Sarah Venn gunned the cargo crawler's engines, salt flats blurring beneath the treads. The plummeting capsule streaked ahead, trailing fire. Her scanner locked on. Off-world debris, priority intercept. Port patrols trailed 2 minutes behind. She couldn't let them claim it. The crawler shuddered to a halt at the crater's edge. Steam hissed from twisted metal. Sarah vaulted out, breather mask snapping into place against the acrid smoke. She slid down the salt slope, boots crunching crust. The capsule's hatch groaned under her pry bar. It popped free. Inside, a figure slumped in the harness, pale skin. Broad shoulders. Flat chest. No curves. No scent of familiar pheromones. Sarah's breath caught. Legends flooded her training vids. Males. Outlawed. Social collapse incarnate. Her hand froze on the scanner. Blood seeped from a gash in his suit. Red. Humanoid. Alive. Patrol sirens wailed distant. Sarah yanked the harness release. The body slumped forward. Heavy. Denser than expected. She dragged him out, his limbs flopping. Salt crunched under his weight. She hauled him up the crater, muscles burning, 20 meters to the crawler. He groaned, eyes fluttered open, blue piercing. Status? His voice rasped through a suit comm, garbled but intelligible. Her lingual implant buzzed, patching basics. Quiet, Sarah hissed. She shoved him into the crawler's cargo bay, slamming the hatch. Patrol lights flashed on the horizon. She jumped into the driver's seat, throttled up. The crawler lurched forward, blending into the flat expanse. 10 minutes later, she killed the engines behind a dune ridge. Safe. For now. Sarah climbed into the bay, toolkit in hand. The stranger sat propped against crates, clutching his side. Blood welled through torn fabric. He watched her, calm. No panic, no thrashing. You're hurt, she said. Implant translated her clicks into his tongue, rough but serviceable. He nodded, such a simple motion, yet alien. Suit breach. Pressure seal failed on re-entry. His fingers probed the tier. Precise. Engineer hands. Sarah knelt, ripping tape from her kit. Wide, industrial strips. She pressed one over the gash, layering 3 thick. His blood smeared her gloves. Warm. Sticky. No recoil from him. He held still, trusting. Why hide me? He asked. Voice steady, eyes locked on hers. Sarah hesitated. Law drilled into her. Contain males. Report. Isolate. Her port linguist training screamed data first. Observe, translate, verify. Curiosity itched stronger than fear. Patrols claim Rex. You're unusual, he grunted, testing the tape. It held. Elias Ward. Survey pilot, human. He extended a hand, flat palm up, fingers splayed. Greeting? She stared. No bond touch, no pheromone exchange. Her skin prickled. Sarah Venn, linguist, trainee. This world, Thalassa Prime ports off world salvage, but you, scanner word in her pocket. Results blinked. XY chromosomes. Male. Outlaw. Her heart raced. Centuries ago, males triggered the schism wars. Pheromone overloads. Collapsed nests. Billions lost. Thalassans evolved past them. All female. Stable. Law-bound. Males equaled myth-made monster. Yet here he sat, taping his own wound now. Movements efficient. No aggression. No dominance display. Human male, he clarified, seeing her scan.
First contact? Ciro's fingers tightened on the toolkit.
Truth or law? Report him, and Matron Keth's enforcers swarmed. Containment. Dissection. Her career ended in scandal. Hide him. And what? Data. Real data. Her thesis could rewrite myths. She chose. Stay down. Patrol sweep flats. She tossed him a ration bar from the glove box. Eat.
Heal. He caught it one-handed.
Unwrapped. Bit in. Chewed methodically. Appreciate the assist. Ships down orbit side. Need parts to signal. Sarah checked external cams. Clear. She drove on. Crawler humming toward her outpost shed. Off-grid. Unmonitored. Questions burned. Your kind. Males. Why risk entry? Elias swallowed. Survey route. Uncharted. Capsule detached on Admo burn. He leaned back, wincing. Tape held firm. Not risking. Standard op. Standard. To him, Sarah's world barred males at core space. Drones vaporized intruders. Yet his calm unnerved her more than rage would. No posturing. Just repair, like her fixing crawler treads. Outpost loomed, squat dome salt-crested. She backed in, sealed the bay. Inside, dim lights flickered on. Bunks, workbench, stacks of lingual matrices. Elias climbed out, steadying on the frame. Taller than her by a head, broad. But he ducked the hatch without demand. Comms array. She pointed. Basic, port locked. Her mind raced. Shared data? Risk exposure. He crossed to it, fingers dancing over panels. Alien tech meshed with the Lassen jacks. Adaptable. Frequency mismatch. Kenjuri rig. Sarah watched. Males destroyed nests. Vids claimed. Pheromones enslaved. But no scent from him, just salt and blood. His hands moved like hers on a busted translator. Probe, test, fix, a ping. External sensor. Patrol drone. Quarter click out. Down, she whispered, shoving him behind crates. The drone hummed past, scanner beam sweeping. Sarah held breath. It veered away. Elias emerged, close. Too close. She faced him. Bond law screamed flee. Curiosity pinned her. Show me your repair. Prove you're not. Threat. He nodded, pulled a tool from his suit. Multi-tool. Compact. Extended a probe. Watch. He jacked into the array. Circuits lit. His explanation flowed. Waveforms, relays, boosts. Simple. Logical. Sarah leaned in. Her training matrices paled. Humans bridged gaps intuitively. You adapt fast. Job skill. He patched the signal. Static. Crackled. No reply. Orbitals cold. Need shuttle parts. Drone. Ping again. Closer. Sarah's calm buzzed. Matron Keth's voice. Then. Report salt. Intercept. Capsule trace? Sarah muted it. Lie bloomed. Negative, matron. Veered off scanner. Double back. Keth out. Elias met her eyes. Risking for me? Data, she said. Truth half spoken. His normalcy hooked her deeper than taboo. Myths say males collapse societies. You fix them. He chuckled. Low rumble. Humans build. Cooperate. No collapse. Cooperation. The Lassens excelled at nests. Harmony through law. But his lone competence shone. Balance. Alarms blared. Outpost door rattled. Patrol breach code. Sarah grabbed her kit. Hide. Rear vent. Elias slipped in, body folding tight. Sarah opened the door. Matron Keth stormed in, towering, armored, flanked by 2 enforcers. Capsule Ven. Where? Sarah's pulse hammered. Missed it. Dunestorm. Keth's scanner swept. Missed the vent. You're jumpy. Hiding salvage? No, matron. Sarah stood firm. Lie held. Keth's eyes narrowed. Dr. Saul wants biosamples. Off-worlder traces. Schism markers. Sarah nodded. On it. Keth left. Door sealed. Elias emerged, sweat beading. That was your security? Contains threats. Sarah exhaled. Choice solidified. You're no myth. But law hunts. He straightened. Tape pristine. Then we move. Your crawler. My nav data. Port for parts? Port crawled with enforcers. Risk tripled. But his plan clicked. Her world, Sarah yanked the service tunnel grate open. Elias ducked in after her, his broad shoulders scraping the rusted frame. Dim glow strips flickered to life behind them, casting long shadows on the narrow conduit. Keep low, she hissed. Patrol scan main halls. He nodded, crawling smooth despite his bulk. No complaints, just steady movement. Tunnel hummed with distant vents. As Sarah led, kit slung over her shoulder. Her world tilted, smuggling a myth through her own outpost. Data justified it. Curiosity burned deeper. They emerged in her language lab. Sarah sealed the hatch. Consoles blinked alive, hollow displays blooming with phoneme grids. Neat. Sit. She pointed to the vocal analyzer chair. Speak. Full sentences. Elias settled in, frame dwarfing the seat. What do you want? Bio? History? Her translator pinged. That word. Male. Flag grid. Historical slur. Obsolete threat term. Sarah froze. Heart slammed. You said male? She circled him. Scanner hovering. Repeat. Human male. Elias Ward. Pilot. His voice rumbled clear. No evasion. Flag pulsed. Delasan archives branded males as collapse agents, Paramount saboteurs from the old wars. Societies crumbled under their influence. Buried long ago. You... that? Sarah's mandibles clicked. Scanner word, capturing phonemes. Affirmative. He leaned forward, not a slur. Fact. Data flooded her grid, his vowels stretched wide, consonants sharp, nothing like Thalassian trade dialects. No match to void merchant pigeons. Alien entirely. Sarah sank the analyzer, grids aligned. His speech diverged 47% from core nests. Harmonics suggested dual lung capacity. Efficient, adaptive. Fascinating. She tapped keys. Trade tongues peak at 80% match. Yours, unique. No schism markers. He watched her work. Schism? Social fracture. Males triggered them. Pheromones disrupted nests. She pulled up archives. Hollow bloomed. Crumbling spires. Feral crowds. Elias scanned it. Humans bond. Build. No pheromones force that. Sarah's core twisted. His calm pierced myths. She rose. See this. She led him to the lab's rear wall. Memorial etchings glowed under touch. The Lassen script curved deep. We buried the last men long ago. Harmony endures. Elias traced the lines, fingertips steady. Buried. War? Containment. Sarah's voice dropped. They destabilized. Nests, Ward. Law saved us. He turned. Eyes locked hers. I'm no destabilizer. Fix my ship. We leave. No harm. Choice clawed her. Law demanded report. Truth demanded test. Never show your face public, she ordered. Hide, or enforcers contain you. Elias straightened. Jaw set. No, I won't lie. Hide like criminal? Not my way. Sarah's vents flared. Law protects nests. Males forbidden. Exposure collapses. Test me. He stepped closer. Heat radiated. No threat. Just presence. Ask. Observe. I'll cooperate. Her translator glitched on his scent. Clean, metallic, no schism trigger. Curiosity overrode. Fine. She grabbed her kit. Port for parts. Crawler route, but matron hunts. Alarms whooped soft. Proximity ping. Sarah checked feed. Keth's patrol circled outer dunes. Move. Now. They slipped back into tunnels. Elias matched her pace, mapping turns with a glance. Your crawler's nav weak. My data patches voids. Sarah glanced back. His competence gleamed. Thalassans nested in harmony. Shared loads. Law-bound. He solo-fixed crises. Port loomed in scans. Enforcer crawlers massed. Scanners sweeping salt flats. Capsule trace baited them. Risk high. She warned. Keth contains off-world threats. Standard. He grinned faint. Evade, acquire, extract. Lab doors sealed behind. Tunnels forked. Service to port underbelly. Sarah punched codes. Grates hissed open. Elias paused at junction. Memorial said, buried long. How long? 3 cycles. 1,000 rotations. Sarah pushed on. Last mails contained. Archive sealed. Not sealed enough. His chuckle echoed low. I'm here. Ping spiked. Patrol drone whirred overhead. Sarah yanked him into shadow alcove. Bodies pressed close. His warmth seeped through her suit. Solid. Unyielding. Drone passed. Clear. Too close. Her mandibles trembled. Biology rebelled. Taboo heat stirred. Not pheromones. Him. Cooperation, he murmured. Keeps us alive. Port underbelly thrummed. Sarah keyed crawler access. Her assigned rig squatted in berth. Armored. Low slung. Mount. She slid in pilot pod. Elias crammed co-pilot, knees high. Engines growled awake. Sarah punched Dune's route. Sand sprayed. Scans lit. Keth's lead crawler vectored in. They're on us. Sarah banked hard. Evasive? Follow my mark. Elias overlaid his nav slate. Vectors snapped precise. Storm hollows. Blind ridges. She synced. Crawler plunged into salt veils. Enforcers trailed. Scanners grasping. You're good, she admitted. Phonemes matched his claim. Builder. Teamwork. His hands gripped harness. Calm. Keth's voice crackled open channel. Then. Halt. Capsule trace locks your vector. Sarah muted. Lie tempted again. Truth won. Negative matron. Salvage run. Bioscan spike. Off-worlder aboard? Elias tapped her arm. Answer honest. Offer meat. Insane. Sarah exhaled. Affirmative. Linguist eval. No threat. Silence stretched. Crawler bucked dune. Keth. Doc Bay 7. Dr. Saul. En route. Containment pending. Dread nodded Sarah's core. Zal craved data. Keth craved cage. They buy it? Elias asked. For now. Sarah eyed him. You refused hide. This your way? Honesty builds. He met her gaze. Trust me. Port spires rose through salt haze. Bay 7 yawned, flanked by enforcers. Sal's shuttle touched down, sleek. Sarah docked. Ramp dropped. Keth stormed up. Scanner raised, towered over Elias. Off-worlder, her voice iced. Male? He stood tall. Elias Ward. Human. Flag screamed in Sarah's implant. Keth's mandibles snapped. Contain. Enforcers lunged. Wait! Sal emerged. Robes crisp. Scanner array gleaming. Data first. Myths? Or fact? Keth hesitated. Sal circled Elias. Probes hummed. No schism markers. Sal's eyes widened. Phonemes novel. Cooperation viable? Elias extended hand. Pilot. Stranded. Need parts.
Saul scanned palm.
Grasp ritual? Thalasan nests share touch cautious. Handshake. Alliance. He gripped her offered claw gentle. Sarah watched. Keth bristled. But Sal nodded. Lab transfer. My wing. Sal turned. Then. Log it. Keth, stand down. Enforcers backed. Elias shot Sarah a look. Victory quiet. Tunnel risk faded. Port opened. But Keth's glare promised pursuit. Sarah's core shifted. Honesty bridged. Biology bowed to bond. Crawler fleet rumbled outside. Escape window narrowed. Elias's nav pulsed. Ship cords locked. Parts now. He whispered. Or contain later. She nodded. Truth's path forged ahead. Sarah slammed the lab door seal. Dr. Saul. Private exam. Now. No enforcers. Eerie Saul pivoted from her console. Then. Bold demand. Keth's containment order stands. Elias stood silent behind Sarah. Restraint cuffs hummed on his wrists. Non-lethal, but tight. He scanned the room. Sterile white walls. Glowing scan arches. Air thick with ozone tang. Sarah stepped closer. Her mandibles clicked sharp. Myths say males shatter nests. Data says scan him, alone. Prove or disprove. Saul's eyes narrowed. Claws tapped the slab edge. Linguist in training override security? Risky. He's pilot. Stranded. The ship parts weighed in Bay 7. Sarah glanced at Elias. His calm gaze held. No flinch. Honesty first. Your words at dock. Saul hummed low. Activated the isolation field. Blue haze shimmered over the door. 10 cycles. Logged as bioprotocol. Keth learns later. Enforcers outside shifted. Boots thudded faint through the seal. Saul waved Elias forward. Slab. Shirt off. Scans. Start cranial. Elias raised a hand. Wait. Voice steady. He tugged the cuffs. Consent terms first. Written. Saul froze. Consent? Procedure standard. Not here. Elias met her stare. Pulled a stylus from his pocket. Survey kit survivor. Scratched on the slab margin. 1. Purpose stated. 2. Risks listed. Opt out anytime. 4. Data shared only with me. Sarah's implant buzzed translation. Human script. Crude angles, but clear. Al's claws hovered, copied the list to her pad. Primitive. Efficient. She signed digital clawprint. Agreed. Sarah mirrored it. Heartbeat quickened. No Thalasan skipped protocols. Yet this male demanded them. Elias nodded. Dropped shirt, muscles corded under pale skin, scarred from void suit breaches. Climbed slab. Zal activated full scan. Arch's word, green beams swept head to toe. Data streamed, skeletal dense, neural webs unique, pheromones null. Reproductive flagged. Saul leaned in, screen bloomed holograms. Human anatomy rotated, external, asymmetric, no ovipositor match, incompatible insertion. Legends claim males flood nests with schism spores. This inert. Sarah edged closer, watched the model. Thalasson panic tails. Males pierced, dominated, collapsed hives, but Elias's form diverged total. Myths broken, data confirms. Sal tapped zoom. Gametes external viable, test minimal. She prepped a swab kit. Elias sat up partial. Sample? Terms hold? Saul nodded. Extended swab, cheek only, non-invasive. He complied. Swab touched tongue. Data pinged instant. Sal's mandibles parted, phoneme stable. No aggression markers, cooperation baseline. She faced Sarah. Then, log, first contact viable. Elias swung legs off slab, pulled shirt on. Parts next, Bay 7 schematics match your docs. Sarah's core warmed. Truth bridged biology. Crawler fleet outside. Window closes. Sol synced data to secure vault. Transmit to council? Or alarms blared. Red strobes flashed. Lab breach. Keth's voice boomed external comm. Ven, open or we cut. Sarah lunged for console. Slapped blast door lock. Steel groaned shut. Field tripled. Enforcers pounded. Vibra-hammers whined. Sal retracted probes. Keth ignores data. Containment protocol alpha. Elias grabbed his stylus. Sketched quick. Vent grid. Power conduit labels. Override here. Bypass. Sarah stared. Human eyes traced alien tech flawless. You read Thalasson script? Survey crash course.
He pointed. Power loop.
Cut it. Door holds longer. Saul clawed the panel. Sparks flew. Loop severed. Hammers dulled. Power starved. Keth roared outside. Mail corrupts. Saul. Treason. Sarah's claws shook. Law screamed contain. Data screamed truth. She chose. Elias. Novchords. I plot evasion. He fed crystal data. Her console ingested. Roots bloomed. Subport tunnels to crawler yards. Saul packed scanner array. I join. Council needs live proof. Door buckled. Welds popped. Move. Elias shouldered slab aside. Revealed service hatch. Sarah pried it. Cool duct air rushed. Tight fit. You first. He squeezed in. Broad shoulders scraped. No complaint. Saul followed. Sarah last, glanced back. Keth's silhouette loomed through viewports, scanner-piercing haze. Hatch sealed. Ducts hummed. Pursuit echoed distant. Elias led crawl.
Tunnel map?
Sarah projected implant feed. Day 7 fork. Parts cache guarded. Distraction? Saul whispered. Data burst. Sarah keyed anonymous ping. Scan results to port net. Myths shattered public. Comm chatter exploded behind.
Keth diverted. Chaos bot cycles.
They spilled into sublevel. Dim lights flickered. Crawler rumbles shook grates. Elias spotted panel. Yanked wiring. Sparks jury-rigged alarm loop. False enforcer ping. Guards peeled off. Sarah gaped. Human improvisation, nest-shattering skill. Bent to alliance. Bay ahead. She pointed. Parts viable? He nodded. Thruster coils. Fuse your power cells. Saul hummed approval. Biology bows. Bond forges. Door hissed. Bay 7 yawned. Crates stacked. His wreck nestled, but Keth's voice cut static. All units. Human male. Loose. Lethal force. Guards swarmed inner perimeter. Elias crouched. Eyes locked Sarah's. Trust. She gripped his hand. Human grasp firm. Truth wins. They charged. Sarah's boots pounded grated deck as they burst into Bay 7. Crates towered like forgotten monoliths. Elias's wrecked capsule squatted center stage. Thruster housings cracked open like eggshells. Guards' shouts echoed from the corridor, closing fast. Elias vaulted a crate line. Core first. Strip it. He slammed shoulder into the pod's side panel. Bolts sheared. Inner guts spilled. Wiring nests. Glowing conduits. Sarah scanned the bay. 2 enforcers patrolled far bulkhead. Saul clutched her scanner array tight. Power cells low. Grid tap needed. Go, Elias said. No pause. He yanked the capsule core free. Fist-sized alloy heart, pulsing faint blue, wires snaked from his hands like living things. Sarah nodded, darted left. Service ladder gleamed. She climbed. Palms slick. Port grid hummed above. Lifeblood of the station. Her implant pinged schematics. Junction box. Unguarded. Fingers pried the hatch. Sparks bit skin. She wrenched a power cell free. Warm, heavy, humming with stolen juice. Alarms wailed distant. Footsteps thundered. Sarah dropped. Cell thudded into her pack. She slid down ladder, boots skidding. Burst back to Elias. Here. He snatched it. Fingers flew. Stripped insulation with teeth. Twisted human wire to alien feed. Core sparked, lit steady. Beacon base. Short-range burst to orbit relay. Under 30 minutes. Sarah blinked. Her kin took days for such jury rigs. Saul leaned in. Fascinating. Human flux tolerance. 3 times norm. Her scanner whirred. Drinking data. Guards breached outer door. Blaster fire chewed crates. Target the male. Elias shoved Sarah behind wreckage. Safety drill. 2-person. You spot. I wire. Switch on my call. He pressed toolkit into her hands. Clamp here. Twist counter. Feel the vibe? Sarah gripped the clamp. Human tools. Crude. Ergonomic. His hand overlaid hers. Warm. Steady. Like this? Exact. Pressure built in bay. Enforcers flanked. Blasts scorched air. Spot. Left. Sarah yelled. Guard vaulted crate. Elias fired jury rig stun from pod scrap. Crackled blue arc. Guard dropped twitching. Good. Switch. They pivoted. Sarah clamped final node. Elias fed power cell. Beacon core whined high. Signal pulsed. Distress ping coordinates bioscan attached. Saul's myth-shattering data rode the wave. Transmission live, Elias said, calm. Sweat beaded his brow. Sarah's heart hammered. His presence, solid, unyielding. Law screamed flight. Truth glued her feet. She watched his hands dance. Precision poetry. Her world built nests on consensus. He forged weapons from ruin. Blast sneered. Flush him. Keth's voice barked over comms. Saul triggered her array. Hollow dump flooded enforcer visors. Human anatomy overlays. Debunked male myths. Guards faltered. It's broadcasting? Elias grinned. Flash of teeth. Orbit kick-up in 60. Lights flickered. Bay plunged dark. Emergency reds pulsed weak. Beacon wine died. Mid-burst. Sarah spun. Grid sabotage. Keth's silhouette filled viewport. Her scanner pierced gloom. Locked on Elias. Power severed. No signals escape. Contain the contaminant. Elias cursed low. Ripped beacon free. Backup plan. Thruster coils. He pointed to Rex flank. Fuse him with cells. Crawler boost. Sarah projected implant map. Bay shook. Crawler rumble outside. Yards active. Keth reroutes all. Saul pocketed array. Data sent partial. Council fractures. But Keth hunts. Enforcers breached inner perimeter. 4 strong. Blasters charged. Elias shouldered coil bundle. Heavy sparking. Drill again. You haul cells. I fuse. Go low. Sarah grabbed spare cells from crates. Human pace infected her. She ducked fire. Rolled under crawler skid. Tossed cells. Fuse point. His hands blurred. Sparks flew. Coil glowed. Improv thruster. Portable fire. Guard lunged. Sarah swung clamp. Cracked helmet. Alien strength buckled foe. She gaped. Own ferocity. Bond fueled. Clear, Elias yelled. Thruster primed. He slapped panel. Low roar built. Exhaust scorched deck. Keth smashed viewport. Shards rained. Sarah Venn. Treason. Step from the male. Sarah froze. Matron's eyes bored. Mentor. Enforcer. Law's face. Elias touched her arm. Light, choice yours. Truth surged. Sarah met Keth's glare. Myths lie, matron. He's no collapse trigger. Proof flies. Blasters whined. Saul hurled smoke grenade from array. Bay choked gray. They bolted for service hatch. Elias kicked it wide. Thruster strapped to his back, jetpack crewed. Strap in tandem, your lead in tunnels. Sarah linked arm to his, skin contact sparked. Biology bridged. Fork, left. Crawler bay. The smoke cleared. Keth charged, lethal. Thruster ignited. Flames hurled them into duct. Heat singed Sarah's scales, Elias's grip iron. They rocketed sublevels. Tunnel walls blurred. Sarah guided twists. Pressure seals ahead. Clamp drill? He nodded. Past clamp mid-flight. She locked seals silent. Pursuit blasts echoed behind. Saul gasped from rear cling. Human endurance. Myth eclipsed. They spilled into crawler yard. Massive haulers idled. Loaders swarmed. Orbit shuttle loomed far pad. Evac bird. Elias cut thruster. Coils smoked. Beacon remnant boost signal. Sarah yanked grid tap. Fed it. Weak ping lanced up. Partial data hit net again. Comm chatter erupted station-wide. Keth's voice boomed. All enforcers, secure yards. Human male destabilizes nests. Loaders scattered. Chaos gift. Elias-eyed shuttle. Hijack viable? Saul scanned. Crew minimal. Biolocks. Sarah's implant hacked feed. Override cycle. 1 breath. 60 seconds. Guards poured from lifts. Blasters lit yard. Drill final, Elias said. You hack. Saul scans distraction. I cover. Sarah sprinted ramp. Fingers flew console. Locks popped. Saul burst holodump. Full human profile. Yards froze. Data flood. Elias laid stun fire. 2 guards down. Thruster flare scattered rest. Ramp hissed shut. Sarah punched launch. Shuttle lurched skyward. Keth fired from tower. Shots pinged hull. Orbit relay winked. Beacon fragment caught. Rescue ping outbound. Sarah slumped seat. Elias beside. Hand brushed hers. No pull away. Truth wins, she whispered. He squeezed. Bond holds. Station shrank. Blackout gripped port below. Keth's desperate cut. But signal pierced. Her world cracked open. Shuttle alarms blared. Incoming enforcer swarm. Final pursuit. Sarah gripped the crate's push bars and shoved through the night market's crush. Bodies pressed close, scales glistening under glow lamps. Vendors hawked spiced kelp and crystal data orbs. Her arms burned. Elias shifted inside the sealed freight box, his heat seeping through the vents. Quiet, she hissed into the comm patch. One wrong bump, and enforcers sniff us. Copy. His voice crackled, steady as ever. Market density high. Risk climbing. She dodged a hovering cart piled with glowfruit. The air hummed with chatter. Alien tongues overlapping in a dozen dialects. Her linguist implant parsed them all. Barter haggling. Lovers' whispers. Nothing on males. Good. Her world. Lirath Prime. Banned even the word. Males shattered nests, Myth said. Social collapse. But Elias, he fixed his crashed survey ship like routine maintenance. Consent clear, no traps. Per rules cracked first contact ago. Crowd thickened at the central stall ring. Sarah wedged the crate sideways. A vendor bellowed, slamming a tray. Glowfruit exploded across the pavement. Shouts erupted. Thief! Grab her! Panic rippled. Scales flashed as females bolted. Sarah yanked the crate left. Bodies slammed it. The box skidded. Elias, brace. The stampede hit. Legs churned around her. A hover stall bucked. Awning cables snapping. Metal groaned overhead. 3 young workers froze beneath it, eyes wide on their data slates. The awning buckled. Debris rained. Sarah lunged. Too far. The crate hatch burst open. Elias exploded out. Tall frame uncoiling. His hands clamped the main beam. Thick as her thigh. Twisted steel. Muscles corded under pale skin. He heaved. The beam lifted. Gasps ripped the market. The 3 girls scrambled free. Scales paling to ghost white. Elias dropped the beam. It crashed. Sparks flying. One girl clutched her slate, trembling. He lifted it. Alone. Elias scanned them. Clear? Injuries? They stared. No male had touched Lyrith soil in centuries. His voice, deep and calm, punched through their shock. Scales flushed, fascination overriding taboo. Sarah grabbed his arm. Elias, down! Slate's word. Holocams activated. 20 angles captured him. Broad shoulders, steady stance, beam dent still steaming. "Human male!" a voice shrieked. "Nest breaker!" Market froze, then surged. Sarah yanked him toward an alley. His hand closed on hers, warm, rough, no demand, just grip. They sprinted. Stalls blurred. A enforcer drone whirred overhead, red light sweeping. Her implant buzzed. "Incoming alert. Matron Keth's tag on the footage. Citywide broadcast. Human male confirmed. Destabilization risk extreme. All ports locked down. Contain at cost." Sarah's heart's hammered. The vid looped in her feed. Elias heaving metal like driftwood, her secret spilled. Whole city saw now, not myth, real, strong. "Transit vents," she yelled. "This way." They dove under a low arch. Great bars loomed. Elias shouldered them aside, effortless. Cool air rushed from below. Vents hummed. Old maglev lines snaking beneath the city. Sarah dropped first. Boots hit flex grid. Elias followed, sealing the grate. Darkness swallowed them. Faint glow strips lined the tunnel. Air recyclers whooshed. Pursuit echoed topside. Keth's voice boomed through market speakers. "Witnesses, report positions. Nests secure. Triggers collapse. Honor law." Sarah ran, hand still in his. Pulse raced from more than chase. His fingers laced hers. Biological mismatch, texts warned, but no pull. "Bond. Why break out?" she panted. Saw the girls. Couldn't wait. "Normal for you?" he squeezed. "Yeah. Humans lift what's needed." Her scales tingled. Lirath females coordinated lifts. Teams of 5 for that beam. He did solo. Instinct. No glory. Tunnel branched. She veered right, toward Old Memorial District. Abandoned spires there. Pre-contact ruins. No patrols. Goal, cache a signal booster. Ping his rescue. Drone whine pierced the grid above. Sarah shoved him into a side duct. They crouched. Hollow light flickered through slats. Keth's silhouette loomed outside. Linguist Ven. "You harbor him. Surrender. Protect the nests." Sarah held breath. Elias covered her mouth gentle. His scent, sweat, metal oil, invaded her senses. Alien. Thrilling. Drone scanned. Passed. They burst out. Sarah led deeper. Memorial District neared. Crumbling arches etched with first expansion glyphs. Vines choked vents. "You hid me," Elias said. "Risked everything. Truth over taboo." She glanced back. His eyes locked hers. Calm fire. "Your actions. They show it." Implanted pinged. City nets exploded. Vids viral. Debates flared. A strength myth? Nest safe with him? Keth countered. Contagion. Isolate. Sarah halted at a junction grate. Beyond. Memorial Plaza. Shadowed obelisks. "Booster cache here. Boost your beacon remnant." He nodded. Sal's data dump helped. "She's key now." Dr. Erie Sal. Bioethicist Sarah pinged mid-escape. Careful scientist. Hungry for facts over fear. She'd flooded nets with human profiles during yard chaos. Hinged to diplomacy, but Keth closed in. Sarah pried the grate. They tumbled into dust-choked air. Memorial stones loomed, honoring lost colonies. No glow lamps. Stars pierced cracked dome above. Elias scanned. Clear. Cache. She tapped a pedestal base. Panel hissed open. Signal coil gleamed inside. Stolen port gear. Footsteps echoed from vents. Multiple. Keth's squad. Sarah fed the coil Elias's beacon shard. Weak ping lanced up. Partial lock on orbit relay. Implant screamed. Enforcers converged. City blacked non-essentials. But vids burned bright. Females whispered, "He saved us." Elias rigged the coil. Boost live. Rescue inbound hours. Keth burst from shadows. Blaster leveled. 4 guards flanked. Male contained. Ven. Detained. Sarah stepped forward. Hand in Elias's stop. Matron. Watch the feeds. He lifted ruin to save daughters. No collapse. Bond. Keth's eyes flicked to hollows on her wrist. Beam lift looped. Crowd cheers mixed with her alerts. Data lies. Keth growled. Biology dictates. Dr. Saul's voice cut from Sarah's calm. Matron. Stand down. I'm en route. Human norm. Endurance, altruism. Test it. Guards hesitated, scales shifted. Confusion, awe. Elias raised hands, calm. No fight, talk. Keth advanced, blaster steady. But her gaze lingered on their joined hands. No recoil. Curiosity cracked, Sarah squeezed back. Biology bent, truth held. Alarms wailed district-wide, enforcer swarm inbound. Keth barked, "Secure them." Elias yanked Sarah toward a side ruin. They bolted into undercroft tunnels. Saul's ping guided, crawler yard. East. My clearance waits. Guards fired. Bolts scorched stone. Sarah ran faster. His pull urged her on. City watched. Her world shifted. Pursuit blasts echoed behind as they spilled into the crawler yard. Massive haulers idled. Loaders swarmed. Orbit shuttle loomed on far pad. Saul gasped from a rear alcove, clinging as she joined. Human endurance myth eclipsed. Chaos gifted them cover. Elias cut toward thruster. Hijack. Viable. Sarah hacked feed. 60 seconds. Guards poured in. Blasters lit yard. Elias laid cover fire. Stuns dropped 2. Sarah overrode locks. Saul dumped full human. Sarah pinned Elias against the tunnel wall, her claws scraping ferrocrete. Drones hummed closer. Red scanners slicing the dark. "Stop," she hissed. "We define this now. You. Me. Boundaries. Or I leave you for Keth." Elias met her gaze, unflinching. His hand hovered near her wrist, not touching. Agreed. Rules first. No surprises. Her scales prickled. No mail ever clarified. They crashed worlds, demanded nests. This human waited. Touch. State it. Touch only with words first, he said. You say yes or no touch. Always. Sarah nodded once. Sharp. Agreed. Line 1. Privacy, Elias continued. His voice cut through drone whines. What we share stays here. No forcing stories out. She flicked her tail. Tales of males' shattered daughters' nests, but his eyes held steady. No conquest gleam. Agreed. Line 2. Public risk. He pressed. We hide this. No signals until safe. One slip. They swarm. Drones buzzed louder. Lock pins clacked ahead. Sarah's translator implant glitched on his comm. Males roared. He listed. Like code. Agreed. Line 3. Signed in motion. Elias extended his palm. She clasped it. Warmth shocked her vents. Steady pulse, no frenzy. Contract sealed. They crouched low. Vault ahead, Sarah whispered. Saul's ping. Memorial hold. Old enforcer crypt. Drones blind there. He nodded. They crawled. Her lead traced heat vents. Relics of war dead. Scales brushed his sleeve. No. Pull. Just sink. Drones screeched behind. Blaster probes fired wild. Elias shoved her forward. Go! They spilled into the vault chamber. Dust motes danced in hollow lights. Statues loomed. Ancient matrons, claws raised. Central plinth hummed. Data cores of fallen. Dr. Irisal waited. Scanner clutched like a shield. Her frills quivered. Sarah Venn. You brought him. Intact. Sarah hauled Elias upright. His breather rasped, but stance held. Doctor, asylum. Now. Erie's eyes locked on Elias. Pupils dilated. Human. Live. No collapse aura. She circled. Scanner beeping. Norms match scans. Endurance pulse. Low aggression chem. Elias raised hands. Talk. No fight. Erie paused. Asylum granted. My lab clearance. But exchange. Live interview. Full stream. Data over myth. Sarah tensed. Streams exposed nests. Keth watches all. Risk calibrated. Erie snapped. Your bond, visible. Proves males don't shatter. Or do they? Elias glanced at Sarah. Question in his tilt. She squeezed his hand. Contract held. Stream it. Truth first. Erie activated her wrist hollow. Feed linked. Commencing. Human designate. Elias Ward. State origin. Survey pilot, he said. Clear. Stranded. Ship down. No invasion. Viewers spiked. Sarah's comm flooded. Queries from daughters district-wide. Ira leaned in. Bond with Sarah. Defined. Taboo breach. Contract, Elias replied. Consent lines. Touch by yes. Privacy sealed. Public hide till safe. Irie's frills flared. Contract. Males dictate nests. You negotiate. Sarah cut in. He lists. I agree. Line by line. Hollow chatter exploded. Lies. Data. Watch collapse. Vault doors groaned. Alarms blared. Keth's voice boomed from external speakers. Sarah Venn. Surrender the male asset. Containment protocol. Now. Sarah's heart ridge thumped. Drones sealed exits. Blaster turrets whirred to life. Erie killed the stream. Keth.
Stand down.
Data incoming. Data killed matrons, Keth snarled over comm. Males trigger frenzy. Yield or vault gases. Elias scanned walls. Vents cycle air. Gas bluff. Sarah checked feeds. No. Real. 5 minutes. Guards stacked outside. Keth's silhouette bulked the main hatch. Sarah. Daughter-law. Choose nest over plague. Sarah's claws dug into Elias's arm. Pull away? Law screamed yes, but his warmth anchored. No frenzy. Truth. No. Sarah broadcast. Interview live. Watch. She restarted Erie's hollow. Feed reignited. City feeds mirrored. Keth hammered the hatch. Asset first. Elias yanked a loose panel. Wiring sparked. Power tap. Jam turrets. Sarah dove in. Her linguist codes overrode. Turrets stalled. Whining. Erie gasped. Human sync. Flawless. Viewers surged. He aids. No dominance. Keth roared. Hatch buckled. Breach! Elias shoved Sarah toward a side grate. Subvault. Crawl. They dropped. Erie followed. Scanner clutched. Endurance. Logged. Altruism peak. Drones swarmed main chamber. Keth's boots thundered. Flush them! Sarah led through subtunnels. Elias matched her pace. Breather steady. No fatigue signal. Human norm baffled. Contract holds? He murmured. Yes, she said. Claws brushed his back. Yes. Hollow chatter chased them. Bond real. Biology bends? Keth's voice echoed. All units, seal subgrid. No escape. Erie pinged a new route. East Memorial. Shuttle pad link. My codes. They burst into a lower crypt. Ancestor hollows flickered. Pre-contact wars. No males in lore. Just warnings. Sarah halted. Elias bumped her. Heat flared. She turned. Why you? Why honest? He shrugged. Practical. Survive together. Drones pierced grates. Blasts. Scorched stone. Erie sealed a door. Interview phase 2. Display bond. Sarah faced the hollow pickup. Elias beside her, hand in hand. Watch. Sarah said to the city. No collapse. Bond. Keth's enforcers breached outer ring. Blaster chatter lit tunnels. Elias eyed a crawler access. Hijack next? Sarah nodded, but Keth's shadow loomed closer. Ultimatum seconds away. Erie's scanner beeped. Incoming ping. Orbit clearance? Wait. A new voice cut through. Matron Keth. Central decree. Human detained for counsel. Live. City feeds froze. Keth halted mid-charge. Sarah squeezed Elias's hand. Bond held. Drones powered down. But enforcers held position. Keth's eyes burned through HoloLink. Temporary. Asset watches. Elias smiled faint. Talk works. Sarah's scales warmed. Truth stronger. They edged toward shuttle pad. Irie streamed data nonstop. Viewers pledged. Test it. Keth trailed. Blaster low. Curiosity edged her growl. Tunnel forked. Saul's ping pulled east. Chaos waited. Sarah pulled Elias faster. His stride matched. Human steady. Drones rebooted distant. Keth barked pursuit. Contract tested. Bond forged. In the crawler yard ahead, haulers rumbled. Shuttle loomed. Guards swarmed pads. Blasters gleamed. Elias drew his stun prod. Cover me. Sarah hacked gates. Erie fed codes. Keth closed. Sarah. Last chance. Sarah fired back. Join truth. Blasts crossed. Elias dropped 3 guards. Precise stuns. Ira marveled. Altruism armed. They reached the shuttle ramp. Sarah overrode final locks. Keth skidded halt. Blaster rose, then lowered. Hollow crowd cheered. Data, Keth muttered. Tested, shuttle thrusters ignited. Sarah strapped in beside Elias, liftoff punched. City receded, bond launched. World's weighted shuttle thrusters roared. Sarah punched the council stream live from the co-pilot console. Eerie's scan data flooded the feed. Elias's vitals, bone density, neural maps. Clean. Compatible, no collapse trigger. Planetary Council. Sarah broadcast. Linguist Ven. Subject Elias Ward states, males build, not destroy. Proof attached. Elias leaned forward. His hand brushed hers. Steady. Add this. Human medtech for safe passage. Rescue codes, incoming. We trade knowledge, no invasion. Council holo flickered on. Matron Keth's face dominated, flanked by robed elders. Drones locked the shuttle's ascent vector. Altitude stalled at 5,000. Treason, Keth snarled. Sarah Ven, Ustream violation. Land now. Human contained. Sarah's scales prickled. Did viewer count spiked? Millions. Pledges poured. Test the data. Sarah gripped the yoke. Council views truth. Arrest me after. Blaster fire pinged hull. Pursuit crawlers scrambled below. Eerie strapped tighter. Keth overrides ports. We are netted. Elias unbuckled. Calm. No fight. I go voluntary. Dopp's blood. He keyed the external hatch code. Airlock cycled. Sarah yanked his arm. No. Bond holds. His eyes met hers. Soft. Trust me. Humans fix by talking. He stepped to the ramp controls. Keth's shuttle docked hard. Thump shook frame. Enforcers poured in. 6. Blasters high. Keth strode first, crest flared. Human, cuffed. Ven bound for Riyadh. Elias raised hands. Empty. Cuff me. Sarah free. Cords first. He recited numbers. Eerie patched them live. Council elders leaned in. One murmured, rescue signal? Keth snapped cuffs on Elias. Magnetic locks hummed. He didn't flinch. Enforcers grabbed Sarah next. She twisted. Data proves, no collapse. Law proves. Keth growled. She shoved Sarah toward her shuttle. Elias matched step. Voluntary, no resistance. Eerie blocked. Council orders detention, not kill. Ping pierced comms. Sharp. Human voice boomed. SS venture to planetary control. Elias Ward beacon received. Orbit hold. Negotiate now. Shuttle yard froze. Keth's enforcers halted. Hollow Council gasped. Viewers exploded. Ship from stars! Sarah's heart raced. Elias's cuff clicked loose. Keth's grip slackened. He rubbed wrists, smiled faint. Told you. Talk works. Keth whirled. Blaster half raised. Orbit intruder. Lock weapons. Elder voice cut. Stand down, matron. Human vessel hails. Then, resume stream. Sarah bolted to console. Feed reignited. Venture's silhouette bloomed on scopes. Sleek. Human curve. No weapons hot. Captain Reza, survey command. The voice continued. Ward status? Elias keyed in. Stranded but intact. Locals cooperative. Mid-trade offered. Keth's crest twitched. Eyes darted. Elias's calm. Sarah's glow. Eerie's nods. Cooperative? He triggers. Data says no. Eerie interrupted. Scanner replayed. Neuromatch viable. Serum level stable. Council chamber buzzed. Pledges hit billions. Integrate. Sarah squeezed Elias's hand. Scales meshed his skin. Warmth spread. Keth holstered blaster. Temporary parlay. Human to secure hold. Ship stands off. Elias nodded. Deal. Send linguists. Full exchange. Shuttles decoupled. Keth's craft tugged theirs to central spire. Docks swarmed. Curious workers, not guards. Sarah walked free beside him. Enforcers flanked. Wary. Inside hold. Sterile lights hummed. Eerie set up hollows. Elias sketched med diagrams. Vaccines, regen gels. Your biofields block ours. This bridges. Sarah translated. Council watched live. Keth paced. Why volunteer custody? Males conquer. Elias paused, stylus. Humans choose. Sarah chose truth. I choose her safe. His gaze held Sarah's. Simple. Her vents flushed. Alien fascination burned. Males didn't conquer. They matched. Venture pinged again. Beaming specialists, ETA. 5. Ward. Hold tight. Keth stiffened. Armada? One ship? Elias said. Rescue. Friends. Erie beamed. Diplomacy data gold. Myths crack. Council elder spoke, then elevated. Test continues. Keth. Escort. Sarah's badge chimed. Promotion ping. She traced Elias's jaw. Rough. Human, you fixed us. He chuckled low. We fixed together. Docks rumbled. Venture drop pods streaked. Human boots hit pads. Specialists fanned out. Medics, techs, calm, precise. Keth signaled enforcers back, watched, learned. Sarah pulled Elias aside, whispered, Council votes soon. Stay? His arm circled her waist. Natural, if they vote yes. Pods hissed open. Human captain strode. Reza, dark hair cropped. She saluted Elias. Pilot Ward. Extract or embed? Elias glanced at Sarah. Negotiate embed. Trade seals it. Reza nodded. Approached Keth, hand extended. Captain Reza. Partners? Keth hesitated, grasped, firm. Matron Keth, test partners. Hollow Council cheered. Viewers pledged eternal, bond worlds. Sarah's scales sang. Truth won. Biology bent. But Keth's whisper reached her. Watch him close, one slip. Elias squeezed Sarah's hand. Steady, human normal, alien miracle. Drop pods unpacked gear. Med scanners synced with Erie's. Elias demoed a hypospray. Pain null. Heals fractures in hours. Erie injected test tissue. Glowed green. Revolutionary. Share hours. Neural sync. Trades flowed. Humans humble. Aliens awed. Sarah cataloged every word. Her port logs filled. First contact manual. Council feed peaked. Elder decree. Human asset integrated. Then liaison. Keth security. Full data release. Keth bowed stiff. Eyes on Elias. Provisional trust. Sarah leaned into him. His scent, sweat, metal, grounded her, forbidden no more. Venture held orbit. Ping steady. Allies confirmed, but enforcer drone hovered near. Keth's last watch. Sarah tensed. Elias murmured, They'll see. Time proves. Council chamber doors parted. More elders arrived. Questions flew. Sarah answered. Elias backed. Bond. Unbreakable. One elder eyed their clasp. Physical sync. Viable? Erie nodded. Scans confirm. Enhanced. Gasps. Rippled. Sarah flushed. Held tighter. Keth growled low. Monitor. Human medic offered her a scanner. Check yourself? She took it. Passed over Elias. Heart sync beeped. Perfect. Worlds collided. Truth triumphed. Shuttle bay alarms blared sudden. Incoming hail. From deep space. Unknown signature. Keth spun. Blaster out. Intruder! Elias straightened. Not ours. Council froze. Sarah's console lit. Multi-species fleet. Watching.